This for the ones that think I'm joking. This some real for real. Like we
The city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4. Throwing is Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
36 power.
This is Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Patriots nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Right there. Right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 37.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They run it with Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Complete to Chris.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
The score, Seahawks 14, Patriots nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Michelle. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Newton. He's got Sanu. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down, New England.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. To throw is Newton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going on the ground, it's White, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Loss of 5 yards.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Newton. It'll have his man. That's Edelman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Patriots, nothing.
On first down, Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Newton. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. This is White. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
No gain on the play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they will run it with Michel. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the Patriot field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Patriots.
So that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8.
Check back 21. Get that quarterback. Look left, look left. Check back 21. Hey, hey. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
25, 25.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Receiver.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
No gain on the play.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Patrick Chung. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Michelle, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 on the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
54. Check, block 54, block 54. Let's pick 8. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, New England.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now it's Newton. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Oh, yeah.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 21, Patriots 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. First down, Patriots.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And an incomplete pass.
Newton's pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
20. Check.
To throw again. Newton. He's got it to James White. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. recovered by Jason McCourty.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to air it out for... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Forced out to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
20! And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
From the gun, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
12-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Gun. Hey, alert. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 49-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. He gives it off to Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Jason McCourty. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
By the Patriots.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
54 Mike. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Great. 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Check. Watch 54. Silver. Gun. Mike 5-4.
Throwing again. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
7-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Patrick Chung. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
6-yard line.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. On 2nd and goal, Newton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 18,
They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Demir Bird there to make the grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The Seahawks on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check.
From the gun, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight end, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Patriots 10. Michael Dixon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Carson. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6.
Kick is good.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Third and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
They stay on the ground with White. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Gain of 20. First down, Patriots.
Now Newton on first down. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Complete.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts
24-yard gain on the play.
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gun. Mike 54. I want that. 69. Give me that ball.
Newton to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First
offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Mike's by board. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Undercut.
Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Gun. Here we go.
To the air again, Newton. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Newton. It's complete. James White. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable, as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Check Mike 54. Express. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right there. Great. 54 Mike. Trap 60.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.